How's it going, you guys, and welcome to Morning Cup. Now today rotates around one thing and one thing only. That have you ever, as an individual, wanted to go to the moon? Well, today we live in a time and a place where it's actually possible for you, as an independent person, not a part of the military, not a part of NASA, not a part of any astronaut program ever, to maybe see space, maybe go to the moon, maybe look up at the sky and not see the earth but see the stars instead, when the earth is right underneath you because you're in space. Now yeah, this is sounding too far-fetched, sounding more like a sci-fi movie, but it's by any means not a sci-fi movie at all. It is very, very true, and the essence of this entire thing starts from SpaceX, as all good things do. Now, SpaceX put out a program stating that the Starship program in 2023 would be the first program to carry civil astronauts into space. Not just into space, but a round trip around the moon. So, not just interplanetary orbit that the space station is at. So, you would literally be the first people to go further than any individual has ever gone, including Neil Armstrong himself. Because you would be going around the moon and then make your way back. And this entire thing was far-fetched until the fact we understood that a Japanese billionaire by the name of Yusaku maezawa has spearheaded this entire program. He's funded the entire seats. Now he is a billionaire for all the right reasons. He made a fashion brand by the name of Zozo and he sold it to Yahoo for a bunch of money. Now he's a standalone billionaire who makes all the right investments in all the right places. He owns some mad art, he owns some mad mobiles, and now he's officially the first ever citizen to be, well, going into deep space, if you will, at least around the moon, which is deeper than anyone's ever gone before. So by all pretenses, we understand the fact that this is an opportunity like no other. And now he has officially put out a statement that he is going to be willing to take 8 to 12 people along with him, people from the creative spectrum of things, which he then changed to anyone in the creative space who can influence the lives of the billions of people that are going to be watching, the billions of people that are going to be witnessing this story. And he wants people from around the globe, as many countries as he possibly can get them from, and he's going to take them all on an all expense paid trip around the moon. And the only thing that you need to do as a person to apply for this incredible opportunity is head on over to Dear Moon. That is the site, and it is a program that SpaceX is so proud of that Elon Musk himself has gone out of his way to dictate that this is going to be a huge game changer when it comes to people's perception of what an interplanetary species might actually look like. You see, the inevitable factor here is the fact that humanity as a whole is going to be prevalent across the spectrum when it comes to the solar system, and maybe even across galaxies. Yes, not in the immediate future, but the future of our species as a whole, way after we're all gone. You and me, I mean. Way after, like 500 years into the future, we're looking at an interplanetary species the likes of which we can only comprehend by sci-fi movies today, and which is actually going to be very, very true very, very soon. You see, if 2023 is the year that the first civilians can travel into space, 2050 will be the year whereas commercial space travel is going to be the same as commercial air travel today on the earth. As you and I can buy a ticket to go around the earth on an airplane, you and I will be able to purchase a ticket to go from the earth to the moon, to Mars, to wherever we might be able to go to, wherever humanity has built a colony to sustain itself in. And as soon as we understand that going and branching out as an interplanetary species is going to give us more assets than anything else, we are going to be looking at a time and a place wherein the evolution of humanity as a whole and the contemplation of humanity as a whole is going to drastically change. It's going to flip a switch, if you will, and people's comprehension of where we stand in the universe is going to be actually realized. You see, a lot of people have this disconnect right now from the rest of the universe, thinking that this is the end all be all. The earth is it, and this is the only thing that we as a civilization should, well, ascertain to and believe in. And as soon as branches open up wherein you as an individual can go and leave the earth behind, a planet that you were once born in, and further venture out into deeper space, you're going to realize that there is more to the picture, that there is so much more involved in this whole concept of being an individual, being a human being, and being someone who understands the comprehension of space itself is going to just show you more in terms of what the universe has to offer than you or me can right now comprehend. We can study, we can read books, we can do research, but it'll only take us so far until we reach a moment in which we can bear witness to certain things by our own accord. And the sheer impact that that's going to make on the lives of the billions of people that are going to be consuming whatever these 8 to 12 individuals move on with maezawa into space, and the stories that they bring back is going to be remarkable. Also, what we also understand is the fact that it's going to be putting a lot of conspiracy theories to bed, especially flat earthers. Their conspiracy theories are going to go out the window as soon as the first images by regular people start coming back, and then they can't do anything about it unless they start proclaiming that everyone on this program was bought out and all of that jargon, which absolutely makes no sense because your boy right here has registered to be on the program himself. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, in the year 2023 there is a chance that I might be going into space. Yeah, the chances are very minuscule and the odds are, well, completely stacked against me, but for what it's worth, I did register. For what it's worth, I do have a chance, no matter how minuscule, but it still is prevalent. And you can best believe that I'm not a government shill. I'm not bought out by any conspiracy actors to put out or put forth certain ideologies that don't hold any ground. Here on this channel, we are completely about facts, and we believe in science left, right and center about everything and anything that the world has to offer, and the universe has to offer in this case. So you can best believe that if I end up going into space, everything and anything that I talk about once I get back is going to be accurate to it. Everything that I witness is going to be put out there, and if I am able to carry my own gear, I will be recording left, right and center, be it from a regular camera to a full spectrum camera to a gimbal to an Instax Mini, for all that, because I want to capture certain emotions, if you will. Anyone who goes into space right now in those programs should carry an Instax Mini, in my opinion, or a Polaroid, because capturing that image in which you can actually see radiation making a difference to the image itself is going to, well, put a lot of theories to rest. Also, what we understand is the fact that the branches of NASA have never done this before. As a matter of fact, the Artemis 3 program flies into space in 2024, and their initial onset is to send the first woman onto the moon. And the first woman to be able to land on the moon is essentially a big thing for NASA and a big thing for the world. And we wish NASA all the very best for their venture. But this is just completely outshadowed by the fact that civilians can just go take a round trip around the moon and be back. And who's to say that this is the only time it happens? What if this is a program that is so successful that it turns into an annual accord? Could be, considering Elon Musk and his forward thinking. We might just have a program that once a year takes civilians around the moon and broadens the horizons of people everywhere. You can best believe that if this does turn into an annual thing and I don't get into the first batch of people, I will be applying every single year till I get in, till I make my way into space, because being into space is something that every single individual in my generation has cherished and longed for. You see, when we look up at the stars, there's so much that we don't understand, there's so much that we can't comprehend, but there's so much more out there for the regular people, for you and me to understand, for you and me to embrace, for you and me to contemplate, for you and me to witness. And as long as that opportunity is out there, we should try to broaden our horizons as individuals itself. Until then, my hats go off to Elon Musk, my hats go off to Yusaku maezawa for this incredible opportunity that he's putting forth for the rest of the world to witness, and for the regular people to witness. Not just the billionaires, not just the millionaires, but you and me as individuals can apply, and you and me as individuals will end up being chosen. If not you, if not me, someone just like us. That makes all the difference in inspiring people like you and me to keep trying, to keep pushing our envelopes, to keep broadening our horizons, and that is exactly the point that he's trying to make. Until then, it's a brighter day today. This has been your morning cup. I'll see you tomorrow.